This is a Ilex crenata, which I bought in a garden store for about $5 US.
In this movie, I'll show you how to create a bonsai from this plant. After pruning and wiring, this was the result. This Ilex, or Japanese holly, is about 4 years old, and like I said, it cost me about $5.
And it's very cheap because this is not a bonsai tree, right? This is just a plant that you grow a small hedge from or something like that. But I saw it and I thought, okay, this could have some nice bonsai potential. The plant has got 3 trunks, so I think I'll keep all 3. But the size of the tree will be much smaller. It will be much more compacted than it is right now. This won't be a bonsai overnight, so just by pruning and wiring today, it won't look like a bonsai yet. And maybe it never will, but let's see. But at least today we take the first step in the progression of this tree. And then a year later, the tree will grow new branches over time, and then we can give it a second styling, and a year later a third styling. And over time, the tree will be more compact and more shaped as a tree, because right now it's just a bush. So let's begin with pruning, and then after that I'll also wire a little bit and see what we can make out of this plant.
The tools we use include wire, a wire cutter and a twig shear. When pruning larger branches, we'll use a concave cutter. All these are available at specialized bonsai nurseries or on our website. If you're just starting out though, feel free to use any standard pruning shears instead. The tree has several straight trunks. I choose to reduce their size, and I also remove one almost completely to simplify the structure of the tree. Deciding on the design of a bonsai isn't always easy, especially when a tree is as full and overgrown as this plant. Try to apply the pruning guidelines we just mentioned to your own trees. And if you are interested to learn more about these techniques, consider enrolling in one of our online bonsai courses. Here, expert teachers explain the relevant techniques, and you can ask them questions. For a free lesson, go to bonsaiempire.com/courses. This tree is dense, and we are pruning a lot of branches. Classic bonsai design usually starts with a main branch on the back of the tree, followed by branches on the sides of the tree. This pattern then continues up until the apex of the tree, with branches higher on the trunk gradually reducing in length and size. The front is the most open part of the tree, as you want to be able to see the trunk.
Okay, I think this is all the pruning that we'll do for now. As you can see, we really took off quite a lot. I think this is about 2/3 of all the foliage, which is a bit more than I would usually recommend to prune from a tree. But this tree was incredibly healthy, and we'll also make sure to provide it good aftercare, meaning that we'll protect it from frost, fertilize it well, and not touch it after today. So we'll wire it a bit after, but from that moment on, this tree will just be left to grow and recover. Repotting the tree is not something that I would do today or anytime soon. The earliest I would think about repotting this tree in a bit better looking bonsai container would be in the next early spring. But I could also decide to wait a year so that the tree will be even more healthy. But for now, let's start wiring. A few of these branches, not all, but just to set it in main shape. And then, like I said, we'll wait for a year until the tree is growing again, and then we can prune and wire again.
Because we cannot anchor the wire very well, we stick it in the root mass before wrapping around the trunk. Next, we wire the main branches, starting with the lower branches and slowly working our way up to the apex. Try to wire 2 branches with 1 piece of wire. Between these 2 branches, make sure to wrap the wire at least once around the trunk for stability. We aim to apply the wire at an angle of 45 degrees. The wire should be thick enough to hold the branch in the desired shape once we bend it. A rule of thumb is to use a wire of about 1/3 to half the thickness of the branch you are wiring. Once you finish wiring the branches, you can start shaping them, moving your way up the trunk towards the apex of the tree. For this initial styling, this is all we will do today. As mentioned earlier, we will provide good aftercare and wait until the next spring before pruning the tree again. Now that we are finished styling the tree, we place it in shade for about a month. Keep a close eye on the branches, as the wires might create ugly marks on the branches as they grow thicker. Usually wires need to be removed in about 3 to 4 months' time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so you can see the progress of this tree over time. Learn how to create your own bonsai trees by enrolling in one of our online bonsai courses. We explain techniques like pruning, wiring and repotting, and you can ask questions to the teachers. For the curriculums and free lessons, go to bonsaiempire.com/courses.